And here we are. Oh, I told you that if I got my hands on it, I would start the stream with that particular cover. That's, of course, Vic 20 with yours truly on vocals. And we we were part of a compilation called, what was it called? Numbers. It's number two, the second version of the Numbers CD. And there's a couple of cool things on there. And I have another one from that particular disc that I'm going to play tonight in the covers thing. In fact, trivia, I'm going to play a song by a friend of mine, and I should say friends of mine. And yes, thank you, Wendy. Numbers covered too. That's right. I don't know why I couldn't think of it because I knew it was covered, but I guess I'm recovering. But but oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All of you. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me tonight. It's the covers sort of thing. But anyway, what I was saying was there's another one coming up, which will be the only song that I'm not covering and is not a cover of an Anything Box song. And it's completely just in this mix. But I thought it would be funny. And I actually really like the cover. But it also comes from the Numbers covered. So we'll see what that is. If you can guess it, that'll be awesome. But a little nervous energy tonight. But hi, welcome to all of you that are out there on the chat all over the world. I'm really happy that you're here with me. I've got shows coming up and quite a few actually, but I'm not going to go through all of them tonight because, oh man, it's been a tough week, but a good one, a good tough week. I consider a good tough week when, for example, I work hard. If I work hard, if I'm at work at something and it's coming along really well, that makes me feel like it's a good week. Although, as you know, this was also the tail end of tax week. So yes, I was in tax hell on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and part of Tuesday, which really sucked. Taxes suck. So yeah, I did that. It took a lot because I took a lot of breaks and I kept screaming at the computer and going, no, and then no, back and forth, which is what everybody does with that. But yeah, so that's what I was doing, taxes mostly. But to be quite honest, it was less painful this year than it was last year because I kind of figured out a method last year to help me with this year's. And I even have 2023s ready for next year now. So gosh darn it. TMT says, weren't you in a county in California that got the tax extension until October? Technically, I did. But here's the thing with me. That's a very good question. And I know friends who actually took that and did it. The problem with that is that I'll just put it off. Then I'll go on tour, keep working on the book, do all that kind of stuff. And then come around October is when I start to actually think about how the taxes are going for the end of the year. And I was afraid I'd probably lose half my receipts and all that crap. So I just wanted to do it and get it over with. And thank God it's done. But that's not the only thing. I've got other news. But anyway, so yes, I'm going to... Here, let me see if I can show you where I'm going. So it's not it's 100% official, but yes, I'm going to Lima. I will be going to Lima with T42 June 22nd. Going to be playing in Lima. And that's going to be a lot of fun. This week, as opposed to other things that I've got to do, I'm going to be going to get my visas and all that stuff. So it's a bit of work to go play in a foreign country, but all the mandate stuff has been lifted. Everything's cool, so it should be fairly easy. Yeah, so I have to plan for that next week, and I'll be posting more as things happen. But the cool thing is, I am going there with T42, which is going to be fun because I don't think they've ever been to South America. They can correct if you guys are watching or listening, you can correct me, of course, but I don't think they have. So that should be. Oh, sorry, microphone is getting lost, but that should be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. Yeah, so that's there's a lot going on. I have a show coming up, of course, in July in El Paso. I have a show coming up in San Francisco. So yeah, things are heating up, and I'm trying to finish that darn book, which I do have updates on, if you've been following my tweets. But anyway, we'll get into it. Feel free to, on the chat, ask me questions, and join in. I will turn on the phone lines in a little bit, and we can talk. Jose on Facebook says, "What about Chicago?" Not sealed in stone yet, but it's looking good for November. Looking quite good for November, actually. So I've got a lot of offers, and I know that Robert's going through them. I don't deal with the show stuff. I only get the tail end of it, like, you're going here, buy your ticket, or whatever it is you do, and then I do it. You know, I don't tend to. Oh God, not this question again. I will not answer that question, Mike. That's funny though. But yeah, so yeah, it's all happening. I've got a few other shows lined up that I can't talk about yet until they're finalized, but it looks like I'm spreading out, which is a good thing. And it was also nice. It's nice to know that places like SiriusXM on First Wave is still playing Living in Oblivion, although not my favorite version, but I'm not going to tell them that because then, you know, they could stop playing it, and I don't want that to happen. But it's nice that they still support me, and all the stations support me, but, you know, so it's a nice thing. Anyway, this week, I am down to, well, I'll get into that in a minute. So speaking of T42, I'm going to play a cover that they did of an Anything Box song. I don't know if I've ever played that. I mean, I know I've played a lot of things from this particular collection, if someone wants to find it and be nice and post it on the chat. But meanwhile, this is Life is Fun by T42, doing a cover of Anything Box. And we're going to be going back and forth with all the different covers, whether I did them or whatever. And I've got one that you won't even believe that I did. But anyway, here we go. Life is Fun. Overhead. And go.
And that it's beautiful. What you see can remind you of a lover, and it's wonderful. Just when you want to let it go, everything in you knows all the world is at your feet again. Life is fun. Can't you see that the world is gonna turn and that it's practical? So it has for a million years or so, and that is magical. Just when the days seem much too long, feel the open air. Let the sun reach out to you again. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody loves somebody. Don't you know by now that life is fun? Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody loves somebody. Don't you know by now that life is fun? Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun. Life is fun.
Life is fun. Yeah, life is. Yeah, I've got my little glow things all over the room that I can pick up. They're like actually things that I take on the road. Sometimes I forget to put them on stage. Sometimes I don't forget to put them on stage. It depends. So yeah, see, like I have one back here. Let me turn that one on. Ooh, the radio one's on now. So yeah, I've got a bunch of these weird little glow in the darky things. But thank you, Jose. Thank you. That was T for Two, of course, doing an Anything Box song, Life is Fun. And yeah, so anyway, yes, all covers, as I said. Wait till the next one, though. You're going to be like, what the? It's not going to be all partying, but I just think it's funny that, this is like, funny. But so yeah, so this week, hold on. There's either someone knocking at my door or I just have to go get something. Meanwhile, what did I do? What's funny about that is that I should not have put the Whataburger thing on there because now I'm hungry and I want a Whataburger. That sucks. Now I've got like Whataburger on the brain. Number 54, of course. But yeah. So this week, did I show you guys these things last week? I showed you, right, what these are? But anyway, I'll show everyone again. So these are my mock-up notes. And I got to tell you, if you ever work on a book, these little tiny little notebooks are your best friend, because what you do is you're able to I'll just show you. See, it shows you like, wrong freaking camera. Let's put on the right camera, shall we? Yes, let's do that. Thank you. Oh, look at that. You should subscribe and all that good stuff. But anyway, so what it does is it allows me to see what's on page 1 versus 2, 3, how each thing has a gutter, which is what they call the edge of the page. Now I'm going to screw it all up. But anyway, I've gone through this and I had a good week, even after taxes, because what happened is on Tuesday, when I finally sent off my taxes, I went right back to work on the Hope 30th anniversary book. And this is my guide. And what was cool is I figured out that I didn't have enough pages, which that was strange, but also that I'm only down to like the last 10 pages. And so it's about a week away now from being complete. The audio, of course, has all been mastered, and that's going to go into Bandcamp and all that stuff. And then I got to just do CD art, which is not that hard because it's already been done. So it's not like I have to do a lot of work. So the Hope 30 book right here, its 30-year anniversary, man, is almost done. And then I can check this off my list of projects. And then this one is the one for the new record. And this one is incomplete. I think there's only, I've got to page, well, they're all listed, what is what, but the only ones marked done, oh man, is the first page. So this one has a lot of work to do, but it's okay. I figured it out that if I do 4 pages a day on a really good day, if I can get 4 pages laid out, I can be done with it in about 10 days. So, and it's worked out really well, that method, because the other method I was using was not working, which was taking notes every day and then like working on layouts and art. I figured that the best way to tackle it, and this is like, if in case you ever work on a book that is an art book, the best way to tackle it is to literally lay out 4 pages at a time. You can number them later, but lay them out. And you just keep laying them out until the thing is done. And so if you work on 4 of them a day, in just under 2-3 weeks, you will be done with your work. Not easy, man. But yeah, I'm down to the last 10 pages. And I wasn't down to 10 pages. I was actually down to 2. But then I looked into the folder and I realized, oh my God, there's 9 pages here that I haven't laid out. So I was able to add pages to the quote. It made the book a little more expensive, but it's okay. It's worth it because some of the pictures and things that I put in there are really cool. They're like, there's a lot of interesting things people don't know about the Hope album. So I think that just in the images alone, it's worth it. But Jose asking me when will it come out? Well, first I got to finish it. So I'm almost there. I think that by midweek next week, that part will be done. And then I'll put the details as to, how to do it. But definitely proud of this one. It's looking really good. And, for those that don't get the physical book, when you download it on Bandcamp, you'll have the PDF version of the book. As of right now, it looks like there's only going to be 200 copies of the book. So that's really, so there's a lot of stuff in there, including scans of the artwork before it was perfected, different versions of the cover, the different packagings that were done, like designs for the shirts, for the CDs, a bunch of weird stuff. And if all goes well, a little secret EP that's going to be embedded in there somewhere, which is, part that I have to finish. So, but anyway, so that was this week. Right after taxes, I went right back in. So that was good. But I'm anxious to get to this one now because I'm telling you, like, I'm really enjoying the art. So I've been painting a lot more. And so I think that everything's happening the way it's supposed to. So I'm happy. So Wendy says it would be nice to be able to pre-order. The answer to that comment, my dear, is that yes, you will be able to. The only reason I haven't done it now is because I don't want to make people wait too long. So I want to kind of have a handle on true delivery dates and, that it's going into production. I don't want to wait and then take pre-orders and then have to tell you guys, oh, it's not going to be here for another month or two. So I want to make sure it's coming, it's on its way. Once that happens, pre-orders begin. And just so you know, and this is a weird thing, just to talk about, but I'll explain it to you. I can't remove the Hope album that's on Spotify and change it with the newly mastered version because they won't allow it. So the version that's on Spotify will stay on Spotify. The newly mastered version will only be on Bandcamp and on the new CD, on a new CD. But that CD is also going to be limited edition because it comes with the book. After that's done, it goes to digital only, unless, of course, something weird happens where, I don't know, Barnes and Noble wants it or something, and I have to do what is it called? Post pressing, which is a weird thing with books. Something you probably didn't know about books. I'm going to be totally nerding out now and telling you about this, but. So, about books. So, you know how on all CDs you have a UPC symbol and the UPC number, no matter how many different copies of the album you decide to press, like if you pressed, let's say 100 CDs and then you go to press them again and just do a repress or a reprint, you don't have to change the UPC number. It can stay the same. However, I found out that when you do a book, if I do 150 copies and they sell out and I go back to the printer and say, I need 200 more, I actually have to generate a completely different ISBN number, which means I would have to go into the book itself and change the number wherever it appears on the pages. So that's kind of a weird situation to be in. So it's not hard, but it's a bit strange, unless there's a loophole that if it's exactly the same and you do a reprinting, you can probably get away with it. But, we will see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so for books, the barcode has to be different every time. So it's very interesting how that stuff works. I almost said a bad word. There. But anyway, Gabriel says, is there any other recording of Do You Hear Me Anymore? Actually, there is not. There is only the version that people know, except that I've remastered it several times. So, and every time I've done it, I've managed to make it a little bit nicer. But no, that's the only recording of it. Bill Warren says, I want the first 200. Really? Well, you'll have to talk to me about that, but because if that's true, then I have to make a lot more books. But yes, it's on Mixology, but not the mastered version. The one that's on Mixology, the very first. Sorry, we're talking about weird things here, but Do You Hear Me Anymore appears on Mixology. Yes, but that is the demo straight off the DAT. It's not as nice as my remastered version, which you can get for free. It's the free EP that's on the Abox.com site. There's a version of it there, and I think that's probably the best sounding version. But we'll see, because Mixology may rear its head in some fashion or other. But yeah, so welcome. We are playing the covers. And so this one, since I'm going to Lima, I'm going to play one from Lima. I did play this before once, and I do not think I've put it on YouTube yet. So I am going to play a video of Abox in Lima. Uh-oh. I messed up, didn't I? Ooh, I did. I don't have that video. I may have to do that offline. Oh boy, I messed up. It's not a cover, so therefore it doesn't count, so I can't play it. Oh, I messed up. And I'm sticking to the rules. All right. So what I'm going to do is instead is I'm going to play a cover that the Echoing Green did of an Anything Box song. So for those of you who know the Echoing Green, Joey's a friend of mine, and he did a really good version of Jubilation. And I'm going to play that cover right now. And then we can go back to chatting about things, and you guys can start calling and asking me questions and whatnot. But and I'll be checking the Twitter account too, because I think I got a few questions there that I could answer. But we'll do that on the way back in. Echoing Green, Jubilation. I forgot to turn the camera back on. Cause yeah, that's how I'm rolling tonight. Messing everything up, because I have to. Gabriel says on Facebook, I did a remix for A Moment Shifting. I think you'd love it. Is there a way to send it to you? Yeah, you can just you can email it to us. Here, I'll put it on the chat, and you can just send it there. Send it to. Uh, ah, I can type. I swear. You can send it to that email. Steve says, if I'm not mistaken, Jerome from Fold, Sedura, and Switchfoot produced the Jubilation track. I do not know. I have no idea. Only you would know that. Yeah, Cosmicity did a cover of A Moment Shifting, and it was different but pretty good. I liked it a lot, actually. I remember hearing that. So if you're just joining us, we're doing it's a return to the covers, because we did do some of this before, but I couldn't find the quaranstream where we did this, because it was the last time we did the covers one, I believe, as Eric is saying, the Echoing Green did Answer Me. I think we played Answer Me and the Jubilation thing, but there's a lot of things we didn't play. And so I kind of wanted to, I don't know, get into different things. But hold on. This is going to suck, but just bear with me. So what I'm going to do, how can I do this and not mess this up? I don't know. I might not be able to do it without messing it up. This really suckity suck. Because I could do it this way. Hold on. Yeah, just stare at that NFT picture for a second while I pull up a track that I'm missing, because it needs to be played, and hopefully it doesn't play without me. But oh man, yeah, it's gone. It's not here. All right, so I messed up. There's one. Oh no, one of them is here. All right, so I have one that I can play, but we'll get to that in a minute. That's good. So it's a good lead into the next topic, of course, because I didn't plan it that way, but it works. But anyway, someone had a question on Twitter. Let's see if I can pull that question up and have you see it yourselves. And of course not. No, that didn't work, did it? Twitter. It says, Ursel, can you talk about the process to get permission and how royalties for covers typically work? Has an original artist licensed one of your... I don't know how to interpret that last bit, but I'm assuming you're saying, has someone licensed one of my own covers? Here's how that works. These days, you don't necessarily have to go through hoops the way you used to. So if I wanted to cover, let's just say, an Elton John song, I wouldn't, but just in case. Okay, bad choice, because I can't even put that in my head and do it right. I wouldn't be able to, never mind. So not Elton John, forget it, won't do it. Let's say that I wanted to cover a Bowie song. Wait, he's dead. Let's say that I wanted to cover a Prince song. He's dead. It doesn't matter. Okay. I don't know why my mind works this way. Okay. So Prince is dead. Bowie's dead, but somebody manages their stuff. So let's just say that I wanted to cover a song by Bowie. I would literally just go to an aggregator like CD Baby or one of those places, and you would have to find out through BMI or ASCAP who owns the rights to that song. And you just got to know who the publisher is for that particular song, who administers the royalties. You do not need permission. Everyone thinks you do, but you don't. You basically, when you add it to your aggregator, you have to enter the publishing information, and they know what to do. Basically, when the song is streamed, you're not making money from it. The publishing percentages and all that stuff is going directly to that publisher. So you don't have to worry about it. Um, when you put a video out with the song in it, it will probably get flagged, but then it'll be demonetized and in favor of sending the money to the proper publisher. So you're not going to make a lot of money on it. Streaming is a little different. It will go to the artist, but a small percentage will still be sent to the label, which they split among, whoever's on the label. So it's not that hard. So you don't really need to do anything, to be honest, except declare it. Because if you don't declare it, that's a different story. If you didn't put written by so and so or published by so and so, and you release it, you're going to run into trouble. So yeah, you should always do that. At least find out who the publisher is. And as far as when people reach out to me and ask me, I don't care who they are. I'm always like, go for it. Just do it. I don't care. But that's because I'm easy that way. I don't really care. I will never, ever do a John Denver cover or Sting. I just won't. Although there's some Police songs that I really do love, but I just can't see myself doing them. Well, first of all, that begs another question. This one gets asked to me a lot. Why don't I do more covers? And the honest truth is, I can't stand doing covers. I don't do covers. I recreate, meaning I have to make the song mine somehow. I would say that honestly, the exception to that rule was when Greg hit me up for, the New Order thing with Robert. And I was very, very skeptical of the whole thing. You can ask Robert. I was very skeptical of wanting to do anything to do with New Order because one of my favorite bands, I'm like, I'm not touching it. But when I heard the mix, I actually had Greg send me a rough. If he's still listening and remembers the story, but he basically sent me a rough. I loved it enough that I wanted to sing on it. And that's why I did it. I typically do not like to do, I love Sting too. I just don't want to do covers of Sting. But now I'm thinking of Sting songs. Oh my God. But yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one, Eric. I almost played that one tonight too, but there's, it's a weird thing. So yeah, so good. I'm glad you're here, Greg. So yeah, when I got Greg's mix, I loved it enough that I wanted to sing it, and I altered some of the voicings and things because I wanted to make it my own. And that's about as far as I go with covers. Like I'm not, like I don't listen to a record and think, oh man, I want to cover that someday. It doesn't work that way with me. There has to be a reason why I do it. And you're going to see soon a cover that I did that I was not expecting to do. And I did it anyway, because I happen to love the song. And I knew that I could put a spin on it that was unique to my personality. So, so that's the thing about covers. But let's see what else you guys are talking about here. That is funny. Well, thank you. Thank you for that, Brian. The world is going kind of crazy, but we have to kind of roll with the punches and come out the other end somehow. Because if we don't, what else do we have? So music's the way, man. Music is the way. But so I'm going to turn on the phone line. Here, I'll show you the phone number. And let's see. Do I have the phone line? Yeah, there's the phone line. I'm turning on the phone line, but meanwhile, I need to go find something and pop it. Oh no, there's no way to do it. If I change the screen, you're going to see me do it. I'm missing a song. Oh well. it'll be another one to start next week. But it's at least it's one you can find, you know. But yeah, feel free to call me. The number is on your screen. 562-380-0626. Yeah, feel free to call me, and we can chat about almost anything you want. And you know, you're not going to be able to make a request this time, but at least there we are. But yeah, so covers are fun, and I don't mind them at all. Actually, I don't mind doing them. It's just not like as pressure. Like someone says, "Oh, you must do this cover. You would sound great on it." Nah, it didn't work when Sony tried it on me. So here's a funny story. There's a song called Doot Doot. Do you remember Doot Doot? It's a weird, trippy new wave song from the early 80s. Do you know the one I'm talking about? It's called Doot Doot. Anyway, because Doot Doot was on Sony's catalog, they wanted me to take a song off piece and do Doot Doot and put it on piece. And we had a whole fight about this. And number one, I never liked the song. I can bear the song, meaning if it's on the radio, it's a cool song and it's cool, but it never entered my soul as like, oh my God, I have to do this ever. So can you imagine like, so yeah, just take I Felt the Pain off the album and we'll put Doot Doot in there because, you know, that way Sony gets their publishing. We get a couple of extra pennies on that album. So yeah, ditch that one and we'll put Doot Doot on there. Man, like, can you imagine like how Peace would have sounded if we had done that? Especially since we didn't want to do it. So anyway, I can't stand covers where someone wants to force it on me. That just doesn't work. Especially a fucking song called Doot Doot. Like, who would fucking do a song called Doot Doot? I wouldn't do a song called Doot Doot. Shit, now I'm getting mad again. But yes, that actually happened. I would have rather done Da 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 by Trio. I think that one would have been better. But the point I'm making here is we had an entire album of songs, and just because they wanted their stupid 10 cents, they wanted to pull a song off the album to put the Doot Doot song on there, which, you know, we made total fun of the A&R guy the entire time in his office. I'll never forget that. We just kept going Doot 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 Doot, you know, like just totally having fun with it. But yeah, there is no way on earth that Abox would have done that song. But see, on the other hand, you know, we've done certain things where we wanted to do it. And that's a different story because we're making it our own. On Worth, we did a cover, you know, of a Beatles song. We wanted to do it. Gabriel asks, was it ever demoed? Hell no. No, it didn't even get past the like, would you do Doot Doot? And the first, I remember just looking at the guy, just going, what the fuck is Doot Doot? What is Doot Doot? What is a Doot Doot? What are you talking about? Yeah, no. Yeah, that's a no. But anyway, oh gosh, do you have a link to it? I can't click on the link anyway because it won't play through my streaming because the way the sound card is set up, I can't do it that way, but it's probably the one. It's by Fuhrer. But anyway, yeah, Doot Doot didn't happen. But see, this oddball thing that I'm going to play did happen. So, way back when, I think you'll see it on the credits, but I'm guessing it was 2011. Yeah, 2011. A friend of mine was having a birthday, and he's an amazing guitar player, has an amazing band, and they were called Heavy Water. And so he was celebrating his birthday, and he's like, why don't you just come down to Neptune's, which is on Sunset Beach in California. It's like a rock bar. And he's like, why don't you just do one song with us? And I'm like, what? Are you crazy? No. But he knew what to do. He knew what would turn the little key in my heart. And he goes, come on, we'll do money. We'll do money by the like a Beatlesque version of money. And you can do the lead vocal. And I'm like, oh, that does sound good. That sounds fun. So without any rehearsal, I went over to Neptune's and I got on stage with them and I wound up doing money. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun because I was out of my character. I was now just this guy in a different band, just doing a Beatles song that I like. And I kind of had fun with it. I played around with it. I wish I had the whole thing. I don't. But I have about 2 minutes of it on video. Sounds not great. And it even cuts out at one point. But I will post it on the Anything Box YouTube tomorrow. But I'm going to play that video so you can see what it sounds and looks like. And you can see like how I think about covers. And it might shed a light. So I'm going to play that next. And no one called, so I'm muting, which means nobody's interested in talking to me live tonight. Okay. That's all right. I'm not going to cry about it. But anyway, let's play this. This is a band called Heavy Water playing a Beatles song and yours truly on vocals. And here you go. Mayo-san, take it away. Like now? Those poor unfortunate souls. Oh man, so yeah, that's why I wore red tonight. So you would see like, yeah, it was this beanie. It wasn't this shirt, but it was definitely this beanie. That was me. So it was fun because, I wish I had the whole thing. I even slapped my butt. I don't know it was funny, but yeah, so I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? I just wanted to do it. It wasn't like forced. I wanted to. And so this is what happens when you don't force things. You get a different, I don't know, but yeah, so I'm going to post that tomorrow and you guys can hear it. I think the sound quality and the video quality will be slightly better than tonight, but at least it's going to be there for all posterity. Maybe I'll even put it now. I won't put it on the blockchain, but it'll be on YouTube. I'll put that up tomorrow. So I'm going to do a twofer and just go right back to where the visuals are, the promos or whatever it was I was doing. Oh, no, we're not playing that again. So this one, if you haven't seen it, it is on YouTube, but it goes with the covers thing. But I'll set it up before I even get to it. Hold on. Sorry, I hope you probably saw it. So yeah, I tend to cover the Beatles a lot because I like the Beatles a lot. So it makes for interesting covers. So there we were in El Paso. We had just done an entire set, and I think we had even played Living in Oblivion, if I'm not mistaken. And we were done, but the crowd wasn't ready to leave us yet. And we were backstage trying to figure out what we're going to do. And I said, let's just do this cover. And the band looked at me like I was a crazy person. We hadn't really practiced it very much. And we had no instrumentation whatsoever. But I was lucky enough to have a very talented musician up there with me. So 2 of them, in fact. So we worked it out that Dave would play bass and Gary would beatbox. And Gary did a bunch of different things with his beatboxing on that night. And we did a Beatles song. Spur of the moment, on the fly, and it worked. And it really, really did work. We never wound up recording it, but it was done live. And so it is on YouTube. You can find it. It is one of the popular, I don't know that it's one of the popular videos, but it's one of the videos you would find if you subscribed and you hit that bell. It would have been one that you would know about years and years ago. But anyway, I'll play it, and then I'll come back and we'll keep talking and playing covers. But I just thought this one would be funny to play as well because I kind of like this one. And I love the way it was shot because my friend Marcelo, who's the one who shot this, he had shot different angles because he'd walked around, and I was able to take all the different angles that he'd shot, and whatever was missing, I filled in with old footage that he'd shot of previous iterations of Abox. So it always kind of gets to me, this one, because it shows like everybody that's been in the band. So it made me happy to see it again today when I was going through the covers thing. So I'm going to play it, and then I'll turn on the phone lines and you can call me and ask me anything you want. And we have to talk about the Kiss of Love NFT because something happened that's really good and really bad at the same time. But we'll get into that. Anyway, let's yesterday.
She wouldn't say, I
So yeah, it was like, oh, it's fun doing covers once in a while when things are, when it presents itself in the right way, So that was totally one of my favorite evenings ever. And do you know that we never did it again? We never actually sat down, worked it out, and then said, let's do this again. We never did it again. So that's the only time that we ever did that. So pretty cool, man. So that's why I like it. It has a special place in my heart. So anyway, so yeah. So speaking of nostalgia, um, as I'm wrapping up the Hope book, um, ooh, we'll get back to that question, Steve. I don't know, actually. Steve's asking me, is there any video or recordings out there of when you covered Carry That Weight? I don't know. Um, I've done it on the chat. I'm sorry, I've done it on the chat. I've done it on the stream. I've sung it on this stream. So if you go back to some of the early quarantine streams, I did play it. Um, but I don't know that there's footage of it. I would love it if there was, because when we designed the arrangement of that particular version of the song, we expected people to sing. So we kept it really sparse so we could catch the energy. So I hope there is. Um, Gabriel on Facebook says, is there an outtake from Peace? I've heard there was a song called Pieces that didn't make the final cut. It was recorded, but we lost that recording. I have since gotten it back, and I have remastered it and added instruments and recorded it proper. It will be on the new record slash book, this one, when I get to it. So it is going to happen, but at some point. But yeah, so going back to, getting that stuff done. Sorry, I'm going to turn on the, you can call if you like. The number, once again, if you want to call in, is, what the heck is going on with this one today? So that's the number. Kidding. No, that's the number. 562-380-0626. Feel free, give us a call, and we'll chat. Yeah, just you can shoot the shit or just oops, sorry. But at any rate, you're welcome to call in. Unless, of course, I start playing a song, then I'll turn it off. So it's the way it goes. This is like a weird experiment of sorts, because a lot of people don't think that I'm really taking calls, but I really am. Which is funny, because I'm going to tell you something funny that happened. When I opened the computer today, I saw that I had gotten calls on Saturday and Sunday of last week. It's like, the stream's on Friday. You can't call me on Saturday or Sunday. I don't have it on, and I wouldn't answer it. So don't call me on Saturdays. That doesn't work. I have it turned off, mate. But anyway, I did want to talk about something. So about a few days back, or about a week, this happened. Oh, it's acting weird. Why does it want to keep doing that? I see. Hold on. That is weird. All right. So about 7 days ago, I did this collectible on the Tezos blockchain as an open edition, which means that anyone who had a Tezos wallet could mint their own NFT. And sad to say that only 8 people took advantage of it. Only 8. And what's going to happen next, which is really cool, but a lot of people missed out, because contrary to popular belief, I cannot just go back and add more or reopen that mint. It's done. There was a window of time. You had 7 days. I kept counting it down. I kept saying how many hours, how many days were left. There's only 8. And 8 people that did it. And, it's a little disappointing, but at the same time, because that's the bad news. The bad news for everybody else is that you can't get it now. Only those 8 people have it. And so what I'm going to do, if you see this little feature of mine, you see that there's 8 people here that have it. And what I'm going to do is mint a single version of that NFT. And where you see that it says thank you, I'm going to personally sign it, date it, write on it, and then send it directly to their wallets. And they're going to be the only humans to have it that way. And they get to be the opening bid on the physical when it gets released. Because the physical, there's only one. So I'm just telling you, I'm not going to stop doing this stuff. So, there it is. So tomorrow, if you follow me on Twitter or on Facebook or, anyone who bought it, wants to DM me what you want me to write on yours, you can DM me on Facebook. You can direct message me on Twitter, and just verify your wallet for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and sign them. And it's something I wanted to do. It's an experiment I wanted to try. It's the first of many, but you got to admit, I started with a pretty heavy duty one. So it'll be fun. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you about it because it's done. It's over. And it's sad to say that only 8 people got it. It could have been 200. It could have been 300. But it's just 8. And those 8 are in for a ride. They're going to have fun, man. I'm going to do some weird things with those 8 people. Good stuff. But, it is what it is. So, okay. So I'm going to play. I am going to play. Ooh, nice. So hold on 1 second. I'm going to answer this. Here I am typing ASMR. See, that's just it. So Liam asks, could you give us another chance? Maybe a couple more days. I can't, because the way the way that smart contract works, it's not like a normal web thing. It's on the blockchain permanently. So I initiated it. I told everyone, you have 7 days. After that, I can't do anything about it. You know what's really funny? I was going to mint one for myself and I forgot. So I don't even have one. Only those 8 people have it. So, it's one of those funny things. So, yeah, it's so it's one of those things. But anyway, yeah. So this week I'll be hitting each person up for them to tell me what they want in that contract. And I will put it in there, and then you'll see what it looks like once they're minted, what you missed out on. So, yeah, but there'll be other open editions. There will be others. But yeah, that one's gone. So, yeah, I know you did, Adriel. But you know what you got to do is DM me, or just put it in the chat what it is you want me to write for you on there. You didn't DM me yet. So that's important. DM me. You got to let me know. So, yeah, nobody yet. So, yeah, it won't be like this one. This one is a very different animal. And this was a really huge experiment. It's one that I've been planning for a long time because I'm going to do some really weird stuff with art in the next coming months, especially when it comes to the books and things like that, because the books are going to have editions like that inside of them. So it is something, you know. Wendy on Facebook says, Claude, I messaged you. I guess you haven't seen it. No, Wendy, I did. You wanted to know how to change your name in Tezos. And quite honestly, this week I haven't had time to go do it myself.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press...
Hello, you're on the air.
What's up, Claude?
Who's this? I almost
Adriel.
reckon. Oh, Adriel. Hey, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Hey, we're hanging out right now. I'm so excited for that NFT, dude. I got one. You gotta make it out to me and my mom though.
Awesome. So do this. Hold on. You should see this show up on Facebook. Sorry, not Facebook, on YouTube. Since you're there,
Okay.
tell me what you want on it. Answer
Okay.
that,
No,
and then tell me what you want
I'll-
on it, and I will definitely do it.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So I just sent you a reply, and yeah, and I'm serious. It's gonna be fun. And you did, yeah, and
Yeah.
drop your wallet in there too, like in the comment. Don't worry about the number. No one can do anything by just having your wallet. That's like my wallet. It's no big deal.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. I don't necessarily. I have it. I have it, but how do I get the number, or is it a number, or how do I do that?
So I'll give you an example. Mine. Sorry, let me get mine out so I can show you. I'll show you what my wallet looks like, and then it'll give you an idea of like how things are done. It looks like 1 second here. Sorry, folks. We're having a bit of technical difficulty. Please stand by.
No problem.
Let's see. So you'll see what mine looks like in a second. And Sending Me Love also did theirs. So, ignore the endpop part, but see how it starts with TZ1 and then a bunch of numbers?
Okay.
So yours is going to have a number like that. Yours is going to have something that looks just like that. So on your comment, find out which one is what number yours is, and I'll make sure that that's the person who gets it. So that's what mine looks like. So you can see what mine,
do I go through the object, or do I go through the wallet on my computer?
It should be the same. So if you look on object here, let me show you. Hold on.
I haven't synced it to object yet.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
fret. Don't fret. I'm here to help. So hold on. I'll show you. Let's say that you're on object. People are like, what the hell are they talking about? Let's say you're on object, right? And you go to the endpop page. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah.
So it's super easy, and you'll learn as you go. So if you go to my profile, right, it literally looks like this. If you're looking at your screen, you'll see it, right? And then when you go here to the actual NFT, see it says owners.
Okay.
When you click on owners, it tells you the 8 people that got it. So I'm guessing that you're one of these 3 that are just one of these is probably yours.
I mean, I have one.
Yeah. You just got to figure out what your wallet is. But what hit me up on, like I said, hit me up on YouTube or hit me up on Twitter. I will definitely help you find which one is yours, and I'll make sure you get the right thing, because we can't make a mistake and send it wrong, because otherwise,
You make me love you. Oh, my mom says. Hey, I love you.
Thank you. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome.
I'm sorry. We were in Orange County, like just hanging out. We got some pizza and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, I missed the fucking blog. And dude, oh, this is so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, you've got one coming. So, you know, it'll be
Yeah,
it'll
I'm
be much
excited.
cooler when you see the one you get than versus the
Oh,
one that's just there on the screen. You'll see.
so fire, dude. Play like if you can play some that like that if you want to. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no, we're doing covers, so I'm gonna play a cover. So there's no requests this
Oh,
time. Yeah, it's just I've got them all planned out for the evening. So
I
yeah.
I was late. Did you play the not transitions, the the. Oh jeez. Oh God, I told him to play it last time. Temptation. Did you
Yeah,
play
that was the first
Temptation?
track. That was the first track I
What about?
played.
Oh
I did promise.
no! I know,
It's
I
okay. Well,
fucked up.
tomorrow it goes live. It goes on YouTube, and you'll be able to hear it. We started the
I'm
whole thing with that.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
all right. So I get to introduce the next one, and this one should be fun anyway. So
Okay.
there's a band that I like a lot called Freeze Pop, which I have yet to do a show with. I got close, but we've never done a show together. But I do love
Can I
them.
can I
Freeze,
ask you a question?
sure.
Uh, before do you like what Mark Allman? I think like
Soft
your
cell.
your what's your favorite like vocals and poet?
I don't have a
You
favorite poet, um,
because you're
unless you
the way
count
you
Blake.
like.
But yeah, I guess William
Oh,
Blake. I like William.
William Blake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like William Blake. But my favorite quote from William Blake is "Eternity is in love with the creations of time." I love that saying.
Oh,
But
dude.
so yeah, so William Blake is my favorite. But as far as vocals, honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It's not about like, because I can tell you like there's some vocalists that I like that are technically not good vocalists, but I just love them. So
Right.
it's not about how good they sing. It's about
Would you
how the
mind?
emotions come out.
Would you
So,
mind mentioning one at the top of your head?
oh, sure. Ian Curtis, Joy Division. Love Ian
Yeah.
Curtis's voice.
Yes.
Um, um, I love early Bjork. I love,
Oh,
of course,
dude.
Beatles. So I love John
Like,
Lennon. I love,
so,
you know, Paul McCartney. I don't
sugar
like
cube
Bjork
and stuff.
now as much, but I do love early Bjork a
Have you
lot.
heard the new Bjork album?
I have not.
It's pretty cool. I like it. So you like the old Sugar Cube stuff?
Yeah, it was good. I got to see the Sugar
Yeah.
Cubes live.
No, what?
Yeah.
No.
Me and my friend
That
Mikey, we saw them in New York, and she gave me a chocolate chip cookie.
no fucking way,
She
dude.
did in
Oh
that
my
Bjork voice, just
god.
like, "Who wants a cookie? Who wants a cookie?" And I took it.
So sick. That's awesome. All right. I love you, Claude.
Thank
Dude.
you, Adriel. I love you too. I think
I'm
everybody loves
sorry.
you now. I think you've
Oh,
become more famous than me now, so you're good.
oh, don't do that. Don't
You
do
got to
that to
start a
me. I
band,
don't want
dude.
it. Oh, come on. Don't do that.
No,
I love you.
I love you, man.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
hit me
Thank
up,
you.
and
Thank
I'll
you. Thank you.
definitely hook you up and make sure that everything's up and up. Okay.
Woo! I'm so
Awesome.
excited, dude. I can't wait. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. That's always fun. Uh, awesome, Adriel. So I'm gonna introduce the next uh cover. This is Freeze Pop doing the Ravine, and I really like this one a lot. So this is again from that Oblivion disc. And did I play this one before when we did the covers? I'm not sure, but I really wanted to play it. And there's a couple more I want to get to before the night is through. But definitely, this is one that I wanted to showcase for sure. Freeze Pop, the Ravine. Yeah, I really love that version a lot. Um, so Steve's saying it's not the same one, but he brought up Ming and Ping. Oh my God, Ming and Ping, so funny. Is that band still around, Steve? I don't know. I feel like I want to go find out if they're playing somewhere now and go watch them again. And there was that band that had a teddy bear as a drummer. Do you remember that? Anyway, we used to go to weird shows. Anyway, but we saw Freeze Pop once, but I could swear they were at that other one too. I'm almost certain they were. But so we've basically seen them twice then, because I definitely remember them playing at that show. But I could be completely wrong since I got hit with a beer bottle, but that's just what it is. Getting hit with a beer bottle after a concert does things to you. And it's not, but it was funny. And anyway, sorry. Need a sip of my tea. My tea, not my tie, but you know. Ah, Tim made it. And I didn't spill it on anything. So, you know, we were talking about finishing up on the book and how you got some of you missed out on the oh, Steve wants to call. Go ahead. Go ahead, Steve. Getting hit by a beer bottle? How did it feel? I was wearing a leather jacket, so it hit me in the back, and it was funny. And it was from some dude on the second floor of the building. Like, people are trying to sleep. I'm like, there's bands playing. Like, why are you throwing a bottle at me? Ouch.
Call from
It's Klaus from Germany.
to accept.
You're funny, Steve. You're on the air.
Nah, what's up? I had to call in.
I think you're wrong. I think you're dead wrong, because they were playing.
Yeah, beer bottle was in stock. That was
yeah, and they played.
They may have played, but
yeah, no, they definitely played. I was mad because I wasn't on that bill, but I was there. I was present. They definitely played.
They may have played that set. You're right. Actually, I think you're right. They did play, but that was not the one the other one that we.
No, you're thinking of the Ming and Ping thing in Los Angeles.
The Ming and Ping, yeah.
Which was funny.
People got Ming and Ping.
Gosh.
But, hey, I got to bring this up for everybody out there because I know we had this conversation a long time ago, and I'll bring it up to everybody else. But if anybody, I think you can find it online, ever listens to Freeze Pop's fourth album, there is a track on there called Strange. And I know that we talked about this a long time ago, but I need everybody to listen to that track one day and ask yourself what that is. So.
You mean what it's about?
No. You gotta. I don't even know if you remember this. Listen to the music at the start of that track, and it'll sound very familiar to anything Box fans.
Okay, I will check that out.
I know you've played it in the past, but
I'll have to. You mean when we used to do the listen show stuff and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Freeze Pop. The album was Imaginary Friends. You gotta listen to a track called Strange. Because Claude and I had this discussion for all you Abox fans out there.
Gosh.
I heard it immediately, the parallels to a certain Abox song. So if all you guys out there listening now get a chance, look it up on the internet. Maybe I'll put a little post.
So, all right. So hold on. You need to type it on the chat so everybody has it.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
And then somebody will find it on YouTube, and then you can, play it.
Oh, here we go. Everybody listen to this track and tell me.
Well, I won't be able to listen. I can't listen while I'm streaming.
But everybody listening to you.
They could. Yeah.
For a second and go.
Yeah. So
listen to this track and tell me if you.
Hold on. Let me. This could ruin the entire stream, but I'm gonna try it. I've never actually tried playing something from YouTube. I just want to see if it happens.
Right. You guys tell me.
It's loading.
Because it sounds very familiar to me for some reason.
Do you hear anything streaming out?
I can't hear you. Well, I have my computer muted.
Yeah, see, it won't play from my computer because I'm streaming on the same machine that's capturing it. And I have like a bunch of weird things going on.
But this is one of those funny things for everybody out there that Claude and I used to do all the time when we lived closer and chatted back in the day.
Right. I know.
Back in the Listen Show days. But that's something that I always debated this track for one. I like Freeze Pop. I'm a fan of Freeze Pop. But that one always had me questioning certain things. So it's all good. Hey, I had a question. I wrote a couple of quick questions on the chat that you didn't answer either. So on your
it scrolls so fast. I always miss things.
On Effects of Stereo TV, I think it's before 1 minute and 30 seconds. You have your little Beatles reference there. Was that for any particular reason? Your 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
See, that was that's the it's a good question. Yeah, it's a Beatles reference to anyone who would know.
Yeah,
Right? Like anyone who loves the Beatles would know that reference.
yeah.
So I threw it in there on purpose, but it's like it's not, you can't even call it a cover of a song. I'm
No,
literally
no,
doing
but
the
I know
exact
you have
same thing
little
they're doing.
tidbits
It's
of
just
there.
a background vocal doing this weird thing that they did.
But you were purposely doing Beatles there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But yeah, no, it was on purpose. It was purposeful,
Yeah.
but I
And
wanted it
the
to,
other one,
to
yeah, the other
evoke
one you
the
can't play
AI
on.
thing back then.
Yeah, the other one you can't play is that other certain late night TV band that did a quick short cover of you. So
Which one is that?
that certain late night TV band that
Oh,
did a
no,
little
no,
cover of
no,
you.
no. People
Yeah,
can find it. People can find it. It's on
that's
the
right on
Abox
your YouTube
channel.
page. Yeah, we
So
saw it on
yeah,
your
no, I'll
YouTube
tell
page.
everyone.
It's
So
just
you
funny.
you can
If only
find.
they would have called you that one day. So
Yeah, I actually played it on the stream though. I did. On one of the
no,
streams I played it, just showed that
okay,
video. But you can
okay,
look it up. It was so
that's always a
the
classic.
story,
So
the story of this particular cover, by the way, that Steve's talking about is that one night when I got home, a friend of mine let me know that on the Tonight, it's the Tonight Show, isn't it?
tonight,
Yeah, it was the Tonight Show. It was on the Tonight Show that the band that does the Tonight Show was going to play Living in
the
Oblivion.
roots,
And I
the
did not
roots.
believe it. I was like, yeah, right. He goes, no, I'm serious. I heard it from a friend on the inside that they're going to play it tonight. And sure enough, they did. And
Yeah,
in celebration of a movie called Oblivion, which, it's pretty funny. And
yeah, but it was to introduce a certain actor.
yeah, it was Tom Cruise. They were going
Oh,
to
Tom
introduce
Cruise.
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise
yeah.
for his role in this movie called Oblivion. It was the Jimmy Fallon show. Thank you, Eric. Um,
Yeah.
this shows you where our memories at. We're old. No, I'm kidding,
Well, that's
but
always a
not really.
classic
But
A-box cover
but
moment.
yeah, yeah, it was interesting. There I am watching Jimmy Fallon, and suddenly I'm hearing my song as Tom Cruise walks on stage, and I freaked the hell out. It freaked me out. And yeah, it was the Roots playing it, and it's cool. You can see that, by the way. It is on the YouTube channel. See, that's
I'll put
more
a link
reason
up
to
for that one
do,
too. I'll
more
go find a
reason to
link for that one too.
subscribe and hit the
Yeah.
notification bell so you don't miss all that weird stuff that happens in the moment. But yeah, so yeah, it happened. Oh, thank you. But yeah, yeah, it freaked me out when I saw it.
Yeah.
Because number one, I don't tend to watch Jimmy Fallon. Like, I don't watch the late night shows really. So it was like, it freaked me out. So, oh, Wendy was nice enough to pop the link in there. So yeah, watch that. It's pretty funny. So yeah, sending me love says being covered by the Roots is legendary. The Roots. I know, man. I was like freaked out. You know how freaked out I was? I was more nervous for those 10 seconds that I can remember. Anyway, just watch it. It's really, really interesting. Um, so yeah, I can't play that tonight because
No, of
it'll
course
get
not.
totally flagged. I had to explain to them why I should leave it on my channel, and I had to do a whole like crazy appeal process to leave it on my channel.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
So I know you're not taking requests tonight, but I hope you play a certain cover instead.
which
We'll
one?
find out if you play it or not.
Which one?
I'd like to hear the Portishead cover, but I know you've played it
No,
tonight.
actually, that's what's ending the night. So,
Oh, okay, good, good,
so it's there. It's gonna end the night. But
good. All right.
what I'm gonna play right now is neither. It's like I talked about this in the beginning. So this one's an interesting one. It's not. It's a cover, but not of an anything box track. But it's from a band that did an anything box track, and I just happen to love this particular song so much that I decided I'm gonna play it anyway. So it's the first non-A-box, non-cover of anything song. I'm going to play that one next.
Good,
All
good,
right.
good. Yeah. So I just want to call in because somebody said go play
Well, that
that.
was
So,
awesome.
that's
Thank you for
awesome. I'll
reminding me
talk
how
to
I
you
got
soon
hit in
because
the
I got to
back with
talk
a
to you about.
beer.
Yeah, I got to talk to you what's coming. I got to talk to you with what's coming up eventually.
Yes.
Cool. I just got to go look online and see if anybody actually checked out that freeze pop thing. Found anything. But
Awesome
anyway,
sauce.
make sure you do it again too, because
I
it's been a
know.
while since
I
we've
know.
had that discussion.
No,
And
they
then
posted the
you can call
link,
me
so
back and go, oh yeah, I remember that conversation.
I probably will.
All good. All right. Peace out, my friend.
Late.
And
Peace
enjoy
out.
the show as always.
Aw, thank you. Thanks, Steve. And that's funny. So I'm going to play a cover by NMD, which was Fega and Claudio, as you know. And when I heard this one, I really liked it. And I was like, it's a cover. I'm going to get away with it. Maybe I won't get away with it. I don't know. I'm playing it. But I love it. It's Situations. Unos Jest remix by NMD. I actually really like this cover, so I'm playing it. I'm going to turn on the overhead for this one. Go. such a good cover. You can find that one on it's also on that Numbers Covered 2, I believe. It is the second one I believe that it's on. But I just love it. I've had it ever since, so I don't know if it's on the first or the second one, but I think it's the second one. And quite like that cover. Um so, you know, just saying, I love it. So I knew I was going to play it. So we're almost there. We're almost at the end of tonight. But so before I play the next two tracks, I want to reiterate that I will be signing these 8 things. So DM me whatever you want me to put on them, not just on the mint, but on the physical art. That white space that you see to the right of the painting is where I'm going to be literally writing. So get it done, folks, because I'm excited about it. But that I will upload the video of me doing money with heavy water, which is really funny, from 2011. I will post that on the Anything Box channel. I got as much in, huh? I don't know. See, that's funny, Steve. This is one of those things. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So Steve says, is there a song out there that you always wish Claude would cover? For some reason, I always wanted to hear Claude sing Torch with Danya doing the female part at the end. Dude, only in your dreams. I don't think I couldn't do it justice. And because he has such his delivery is very different. So see, I don't think that I could do it. I don't know. See, nah, I don't agree. I don't think I could do it, Steve. I think that would be terrible cover. It would sound awful. I'm telling you, it would sound terrible. Carlos says, I just DM you on Twitter. Awesome. Thank you, Carlos. Tim, you're funny. I'm sorry, Stephen, but every time I hear Mexican radio, I laugh my ass off. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There. Oh, ooh, a different one. It was a different. Okay, nice. So apparently, hold on. Let me just open this up for myself because I want to see. Yeah, so it is on Numbers Covered. So it's on the same. So the Sedu Javu cover is on the same disc or digital release as the Temptation cover, not the Temptations. Although I would cover the Temptations. See that I might do I could see myself doing that. I did a Sam Cooke song once. Just telling you, you can never go. You would never know which ones will be the ones I want to do. It just happens so sporadically. So, but anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this Friday night stream. We're getting very near the end, so I'm going to try to play these two in succession so that we don't miss out. So, because there's two particularly cool ones that I wanted to play. So this one, I butcher this band's name every effing time, which means, I hate to say it, maybe I'm just dumb and I can't pronounce this band's name, but Mind Mod VL. I tried it a million ways and it doesn't click in my head. I don't know why, but I love the cover that this band did of Autumn. And it's literally one of my favorite covers. I love it. And I'm so grateful that they contributed this particular song, because when that disc was done, I expected there was going to be, of course, a Living in Oblivion and a Jubilation and a Kiss of Love and a When We Lie. I expected it. I knew that would be something people would cover. Someone covering one of the more obscure things, like Autumn, was out of my mind. I didn't even think that anyone would even think about that song of all songs. So when they did this cover, it was so cool. So anyway, I'm gonna play that one, and then I'll come back. We'll say our good nights, and then I'll play the closer. All right. So I'll do the overhead again, just because. No, this one deserves the moon. Yeah, the moon. Let's turn the moon on. Well, if it wants to turn on, it doesn't want to, but it's trying. Oh, there it goes. Moon is spinning slowly. My mod VL autumn.
Nothing really matters. We all turn to dust. You know that nothing is forever. Everything will end in silence. Nothing has a reason until it's defined by us, and nothing is elusive as long as you have the will to look, to give way to the new, to take away the darkness of our hearts, replace the things that hurt, to create something. Nothing. Nothing becomes something. Nothing. Nothing becomes something.
So I think, yeah, it's module, like mine module, but I can never like what it my brain. I have a bit of dyslexia, so whatever happens, whenever I see it, I think it's gonna come out of my mouth correctly, and it just doesn't, which always makes me mad because I love that version, but I do love it. So at any rate, so yes, I hope you stay tuned this week, more on Twitter, yeah, or Mind Model. Yeah, see? Stay tuned with me on Twitter, stay tuned with me on YouTube, of course. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. I am going to be doing a bit more crazy updates on the book because I'm almost done, and with the Hope one anyway, and details on that. I've got shows coming up like crazy. I will be posting an update on all the show dates Monday or Tuesday because I may be going to Los Angeles to get my work visa for Peru. So yes, I am going to Lima, and I'm happy about it. So yeah, so this is what's going on, and then I can start work on the other book, which is the album itself, which I swear, like, there's so much stuff. I found another folder today that I was like, oh my God, there's like, I'm 4 projects behind, and I keep wanting to like not do this, but I find myself wanting to write. So all of the above I have to do this week. So I'm going to be really busy bee, but do send in questions. Tell me what you want to talk about next week. And be patient with me if I don't answer right away, because it's been a crazy week with taxes and all that, and I've done the best I can, but expect an open edition on Tuesday, and it's going to be a really good one if I'm able to pull it off. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm doing another open edition on Tuesday for Tezos Tuesday, and it's going to be a big one. So again, if I'm able to pull it off. So I'm going to try to, not going to promise, but it's going to happen. So last song is going to be a cover that I did when I was trying out my newly acquired Machine controller, and I wanted to try Machine. And as a play on words, the first song that popped into my head to want to try to like recreate was a song by Portishead. And I knew it would be a difficult one. So I thought, if I can pull this off and I can make it all in Machine, I'll be really happy. So I'm going to give you the spoiler alert. It did not work. What wound up happening was I did all the beats in Machine, but I had to export them out because there were certain things I wanted to happen and they weren't happening, and I was starting to get impatient, and by then I wanted to sing the song. So yeah, so it wound up happening in Ableton, but nonetheless, the experiment, which is something that I always tell people to do, experiment with the unknown. When you experiment with the unknown, you have experiences. These experiences lead you to places that you need to go. I had no idea that I was going to wind up doing a cover of a Portishead song. And it was fun. And we've never released it, so there's that. But I've always liked it. So anyway, I'm going to play that. That's going to be my going out and saying goodnight to you all. And it's been fun. We did an entire show of covers. I'm sure we didn't get to all of them, but that just saves time for next week. We'll see. Maybe we'll keep this theme going, or I'll change it up. But tomorrow, as promised, I will upload the video of me doing Money with a rock band. And who knows what else shows up tomorrow? We shall see. We shall see. But anyway, I want you to have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be kind to each other. Oh my God, it is Record Store Day tomorrow, and I'm going to be stuck indoors. May have to sneak away. Although, I don't buy many records these days. But at any rate, I'm going to say goodnight and play the last track that will see us out. Moon overhead on, lights going, and Machine Gun, a Portishead cover. And with that, I bid you good night.
I saw a savior come my way. I thought I'd see it in the cold light of day, and now I sacrifice the choice chosen for me. If only I could see, return yourself to me and recognize the poison in my heart. There is no other place, no one else I face. The remedy, you will agree, is how I feel. Thank you. Good night.
I'm part of it. Can't you see it?